Welcome back to Houston Life. Welcome to San Antonio and the Alamo, where a $550 million investment has been made into preserving this historic place for all the generations to come. Right now, we are in one of the rooms of the Ralston Family Collections Center, and I have to say, this is amazing. Kolby, there is so much to see, so many artifacts, so much history here.
Yeah, so we have over 500 artifacts, and they range from uniforms to buttons. We have paintings, artwork, of course. We have edged weapons and firearms. Anything you can imagine that would be tied to the Alamo is in this building. And we've been very lucky that Texans and people throughout the world have donated things to our site. They've also loaned things to us. There's several things inside this room that are on loan. One of the big ways we got our artifacts is to a man named Phil Collins. And you may not tie him directly to the Alamo. You may think about his music, but he is a huge fan of history. And when he was a young boy, he grew up watching the Disney television show, David Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier, and it was the first song he ever sang in public at 5 years old. And from that point on, he fell in love with our story and started collecting artifacts, some of which are inside this very building.
That is absolutely amazing. I mean, there are so many things that people have collected. They've entrusted you with their safekeeping.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You know, if you have a family who's collected these artifacts and they've held them safe for generations, the fact that they would allow us to have them in our possession, it shows that they are backing what we're doing. But not only that, the people of the world get to see these wonderful things.
And of course, there's a lot of history here. It is beautiful to see that. But there's connections throughout the world to the Alamo. Like, it was really a story that has inspired so many people over the years.
Yeah, this is a story about the human element. There have been 1,000 Alamos in human history. This one is just unique to Texas. What we call the Alamo has been echoed through time. Men who gave the ultimate sacrifice for something they believed in.
Kolby, I love that behind each piece is a really awesome story.
Yeah, and this piece is no different. This is actually the uniform of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, who led forces against the Alamo in 1836, but also led them against the United States Army in the Mexican War. And at the Battle of Cerro Gordo, he had this uniform in his baggage, and after the Mexican Army was defeated, he was forced to retreat and he left his baggage behind. It was discovered by none other than Texas Rangers. A man named John Coffee Hayes wore it to a ball in New Orleans to drum up support for the war effort. And the newspapers picked up that story, and Santa Anna offered him $500 US, equivalent to about $20,000 in today's money, for the return of the uniform, and John Coffee Hayes declined, and his family kept it for many years. Take a close look at all the detail. That's real gold and silver, and the uniform garment itself is made of wool. That weighs about 15 pounds. Imagine wearing that in the Texas heat. Wool,
15 pounds. Yeah, wow, these guys, I guess they wanted to look pretty when they were fighting.
Yeah, and they were different breed of men back then. Now, we aren't just about uniforms and guns and knives. We also have artwork, and these pieces, this collection of art done by Donald Yenna, is exactly what historians look for. He collected the actual artifacts from the periods he painted and then put them in his art, and they're now part of the Alamo collection. We've got a bit, we have spurs, stirrups, and even that gun that man's holding are now part of our collection, and it makes his art some of the most historical stuff you've ever seen. Near the Alamo Church and across from the Ralston Family Collections Center, we have one of the oldest standing structures in the entire state of Texas. It's the Long Barrack, and inside is a cutting-edge new exhibit, Surrounded. It's an augmented experience where users take a tablet, scan a particular code that correlates with the year, and it takes you back in time. Why don't you give it a try?
Oh, wow. So I will get to see what this... Oh, look at this. Going back in time. I love that. Oh. Okay,
so this
Mexican won independence from Spain. All right, that's the history. Oh my gosh. This is what it looked like.
So you can imagine during the 12-day siege of the battle, you would be standing among those people.
Wow. And that's what this area looks like.
That's correct. So that's the Alamo Church, and everyone knows is the Alamo. And if you slide that slider, it will take you from 1836 to 2025.
Look at that. Going back in time. What were the stars? Oh, it's even got stars.
So they went back and looked at what the stars would have looked like that night, and they matched them up. So so you're looking at the same sky they would have looked at. It's not the Alamo of your childhood. I mean, we still have all of the history here. The buildings are extremely important. What's changed is the visitor experience, and we're making sure that people understand the full story of the site. And this is one of the ways we're doing it. It's a good way to teach history to children. There are hidden Easter eggs throughout the entire exhibit. and kids can keep track of which ones they find.
Did I find an Easter egg?
I think you got one.
Oh my gosh, I literally just found an Easter egg there. Treasure. Congratulations, you found your first bit of treasure. Okay, that was not even a setup. That was just totally like we got lucky.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Because you don't even know where the Easter eggs
No, I don't
are.
remember where all of them are. And if you go to your treasure chest, it'll show you the ones that you found so far.
I just got the Texas flag. Whoop, whoop. Okay, we want to go find this. All right, okay.
So that was in Bowie's room.
That's amazing. Oh, we were just in his room.
It's a neat way to keep kids' attention, and they run back and forth through the exhibit trying to find those treasures, which is a lot of fun.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
Yeah,
I found
neat,
treasure.
right?
I found treasure. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to be here a little longer because I've got a little bit more treasure to find, but this has been so, so awesome. Thank you so much, Kolby.
You're very welcome.
Sending it back to you guys. I'm going to keep treasure hunting. Come on, you can help me.
All right.
Yeah.
A lot of treasures to find
Absolutely.
over there. If you would like to plan your visit to explore everything new at the Alamo, you can go online, thealamo.org.